Welcome to Forever Exiled. I'm Justin, aka Tags.
And I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days.
Episode 333 of our podcast together.
Pretty
Here
amazing.
we are.
Justin.
You know, some people celebrate episode 5, some people 10, 50 maybe, 100, 300. Not us.
333. Some nice round
all the same
numbers.
And round. What's it called when it's all the same?
Rep digit.
Yeah. Oh, not as fun of a word as some of the other ones we've had.
No, it's not like palindrome or anything
That
rad.
one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That one's
Well,
wicked.
big shout out to our patrons. Thanks everybody who resubbed up this week. Patreon gets you access to After Dark. It's a podcast after the podcast, and we just keep doing this.
We do.
More of this.
If you like this, then After Dark's for you. For example, Justin, do you write your threes all round, or do you do straight lines in your threes?
What you?
Well,
you can do a
know, you've
straight
seen
line.
them where it's like this top is straight and then
Oh,
it comes down
the
straight and then
angle.
only the bottom's
What are
loopy.
you, fancy? Get out of here. No.
Some people are. I mean, I
It's all
do
circle to
still
me.
attempt cursive writing.
I used to do my fours with the like triangle.
Oh, okay. I remember that. that. It's funny. Like, I would never think to write it that way. It'd always just be like
I feel like I
the
forced
upside
myself
down
to
H,
learn
right?
it, to be like, oh,
Right.
this is fancy. This is what
Yeah.
this is what adults do, so I'll do it too.
Yeah.
If
But
this
thanks,
works,
patrons. You're the best.
if this works, we'll have video for episode 333 because we're sharing a hot tub together. And if not, then we tried.
Then you miss out.
We
All these
tried.
beautiful nipples.
That's right.
You're just going to miss out on. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Designed it in
Not
After
our
Dark
fault.
last week.
And since normally it's Discord's fault when we have an issue, we'll blame it on Discord, even though this time it probably will have nothing to do with it.
We are recording on Discord, so
So it's Discord's fault.
what you get is what you get. How was your week?
Oh, it was good. It'd be better if I remembered to put my phone on Do
Wait.
Not Disturb.
Wait,
What?
we got to start over.
Why did you not record?
I'm recording the audio. I'm not recording.
Just start recording now. Who cares?
Okay, hold on. Let me start recording now. All right, now we're in a hot tub.
Do you want to count it? Yeah, I know. We just got our bathing
We'll figure it out.
bathing suits on. All right. Well,
You
good
can
luck
actually
with that
see it. Like
matchup.
I went a shade of red because I forgot to hit record. Anyway, how was your week?
That's cute, Jess. That's cute. It's a good week. I mean, you know, I like patterns and numbers and stuff like that. I find those things fun and interesting. And this week, and Talon reminded me as well. But we have this week we have episode 333. We are releasing it on February 22nd, second month, 22nd date. And I'm celebrating my 44th birthday.
Oh, look at
this
numbers
year.
everywhere.
So it's just rep digits everywhere, right?
Happy birthday, buddy.
And I also like consecutive numbers, and it's a bunch of 2s, a bunch of 3s, and a bunch of 4s.
And to be.
So I don't know. Something
Happy
special
birthday.
is going to happen this weekend. Thanks. Normally I don't even in our notes, I don't have my birthday there just
I
so
know
that we
it.
could possibly miss it. I know you know it, but I couldn't not say it just because of the whole adding up the rep digits bit. So anyway, no, this week though was crazy, like really, really crazy.
Okay.
So I'm not doing well, but I am. Like I'm going through, I don't know if it's like midlife stuff. I don't know if it's the volatility of being concussed and like, you know, the emotions can go way up and way down. And I'm used to that. Like I've been dealing with that for like 15 years, right? But it's just been so heavy the last few months. You know, maybe it's depression. Like things have just been really heavy, and I can't tell if it is me or if it actually is just, you know, things are harsh on the outside coming in, and it's been a lot. But then to add to that, there's some important decisions that we've been needing to make as a family together, and so it's been. You have to do your best to like take whatever it is you're going through, and people have to do this for work and everything in life all the time. Like take that step back, make the responsible choice despite what you're dealing with. And so it's been a really heavy last while. Probably gonna have to sign up for therapy soon because it's just a lot.
Man. Talking to somebody's good.
And so I will, but it's been a lot. And sometimes you got to figure out, like, it's not an arrogance thing with me. It's just, sometimes you just got to figure out if it actually is just an attitude check or if it's something that you're finding much more difficult to control or you're not sure where it's coming from. So things have been really, really heavy and difficult for me for the last while, but
just talk to somebody.
Things have also been, I will. And I have awesome friends too. Like I can open up to any one of our friends. We have such an awesome group of people. So it's been really good with that. And, but you know, just it's like you got to go through the motions to get to these certain stages of, you know, like, yeah, I'm figuring this out. Or yeah, you know what, that is actually probably the next best step and those kind of things.
Sure.
But some things that have been really fun to either distract myself with or important things coming up. So you know how we put our dog down in September, right? And I'm a dog freak. Like they're just like the best and the best. And so, you know, it was heartbreaking. But for me, despite the fact that how attached I was to my past dog, within a week, I was like excited for a new dog. To me, it's not a replacement. It's just a new companion. I'll still feel sad for the old one. Love the new one. Life is great. My wife is not like that. So every day I'm on the SPCA website looking like, what's close, what's there. Yeah. I mean, we'll even go like, I'm even willing to take the family on like a weekend trip up to Williams Lake or something to go to that SPCA to pick up the dog and come back, whatever it is. But I know my wife's not ready. But in my head, I don't even know if I've told her this, so it might not be fair to say on the podcast, but I've told her she's got like, in my head, she's got 6 months. From the time Riley died to 6 months. If she's not ready for a dog within 6 months, because she could easily mourn Riley, our dog, for 20 years, right?
Sure.
That's not going to happen. So, got the 6 month mark. As soon as the 6 month mark happens, she better have thrown in some input. Otherwise, I'm coming home with the dog. I say that in a joking way, but I'm getting pretty desperate. And so anyway, so that's a lot. I even have like the BCSPCA website as one of the tabs that automatically opens every time I open Chrome. I just love.
Does it just show you dogs from like across BC?
Yeah, but I mean, it has its own filter, so it could be
by area.
relative based on your distance or your favorites list or whatever, and so it's pretty fun. But this week was also a very heavy week in terms of, like I was talking last week about, our daughter's been in the process of being officially diagnosed for autism. It was awesome how it happened because you can go through, and I mean, we were waiting 4 or 5 years for this official diagnosis, but how the schedules lined up. Normally you'd have like your phone interview, like your second phone interview, and it's like a month later you get your appointment. We had the in-person appointment the very next day, and things just like boom, 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 boom once the ball got rolling. It was awesome. And so anyway, we got the official diagnosis, still waiting on the paper report, but we got the official diagnosis. Now we're able to go to the school and get that, you know, like individual education plan and some funding and
good.
The federal government's changing how they're supporting the different levels of autism we just recently discovered. And my daughter is what's considered a high functioning. I'm so new at this that I don't even know like the proper terminology for autism, but she's a level 1 autistic person or a level 1 autism. So she's high functioning, but of course there's the same kind of sensitivity, volatilism and literal thinking there. So it'll be really exciting for us to get there because then we're also going to, I assume, going to have a little bit more power than an average parent. You know how like a parent's like, I don't like this teacher. I don't like this teacher. I demand that my kid next year has this student, right? Sometimes that's valid.
Yep.
Right. We've had teachers in the elementary school that in the past that you and I both were, and it's like every parent's like, we don't want this teacher, but the teacher still needs somebody. Right. So 30 kids get screwed in that way. But now I feel like we'll have a little bit more say in like, okay, this is what she really struggles in. She really needs a good teacher for this subject type of thing. You know what I mean? So going into grade 8 next year, it's her last year of middle school. It's great timing for that because of course, high school is when you get very independent and we're not sure where she's at with that. So that was all very heavy because she hates talking about herself. She hates attention. And she had an 1.5 hour phone interview, like a video interview, then a 1 hour in-person assessment. And then we're talking to her on the side. And like, she was just drained.
Sure.
And so, but she did really well. And all that came on the only 2 days of winter that we had.
Oh yeah,
right?
It was
Like
cold.
yesterday and the day before, we finally got into negative weather with the breeze during the day.
Snow on the ground for like 45 minutes.
Yep. The kids were so excited. They wanted
the night
it was
before.
like 9 p.m. and it wasn't even going to last the night. And the kids were like, can we go outside and play? I'm like, no, go to bed.
Yeah.
But you can look at it through the window. But yeah, funny enough. And now it's going to be spring. Like today's already a nice day. Kids are going to school in their hoodies.
It's cold though.
Yeah.
But it is
Yeah.
beautiful.
And it was hilarious. So today's our, special day. We're in our underwear in the hot tub today, right?
Obviously.
And the thrushes are back. I always thought they were woodpeckers, but you remember there's a long history here of like woodpeckers
we both get them
on our house, right? I discovered it's not well, maybe it has been. Actually, no, it was a woodpecker on the other side. But today it was thrushes. They just started today. Out of any other day, I've been chasing them off the chimney. I actually saw it this time. My son pointed it out as he was on his way to school. So I ran outside and I'm screaming at the bird. I'm like smashing my broom against the house, hoping it makes a loud enough sound to scare it away. But yeah, it was a thrush this time around. Bastard.
Well,
so anyway.
Did you get it to stop or no?
Yeah, it hasn't done it for like 20 minutes. Oh. But if you see me leave and I get like this pure hatred and anger on my face.
Well, no, why?
It's just
the thrush. The thrush.
It's just the thrush. So anyway, and then my wife's going to like listen to this later and she's going to be like, it's not a thrush.
What is it?
And then she'll tell me, I don't know. She's the bird person.
Oh, she knows.
She's
birds.
the one like she's the one that has all the bird feeders above the lawn that I'm trying to have the birds not eat the seed on. So she
selfish.
Yeah, right. My seeds are more important than your seeds. Okay, lady. So anyway, no, it's been a good week. A heavy last few months, but it's been a heavy week too. But it's been a very good week. There's nothing to complain about. Just the normal ups and downs of life, and lots to be thankful for. So it's good. How about you, man? How was your week?
Normal week. We had family day on Monday, so
yes, we did.
Kids had an extra day off. So we went out in the morning, hung out for a bit, and then my back was like, nah, we're done. So then I played Hyrule, Hightail.
I can't tell if this mug can be on the camera or not.
Why? Is it dirty?
I forgot we were video recording, so I never care about what camera. No, not because it's dirty. Like, there's no, there's like pictures of my kids and stuff.
Yeah,
but
don't
I think
put
that's
that up
fine.
then. Well, as long as it's not, just cup
it's
it.
Too hot.
Keep you nice and warm.
Well, it doesn't have their birthdays, does it?
We went out to hung out on family day for a little bit, and then I played a game called Hightail. It's like a Minecraft game with Logan. It was fun.
Did you correct yourself, or is it called Hyrule Hightail?
No, it's called Hightail. I keep thinking Hyrule because Zelda? Is that from Zelda? I don't know. Anyway,
I never had Nintendo, man.
It was either that or Fable, but I don't think Hyrule is Fable.
That doesn't sound familiar to me.
Yeah, maybe it's Zelda. Anyway, we played a game called Hightail. I think it's called Hightail. It was fun. It's like a Minecraft little game we played together and didn't really do much else. It was just work. It was work this whole week. And I'm trying to find out. See, normally I would say to you, we need to take a quick break. But now we're recording. I don't know if I want to take a break because that just means I have to edit it. So I'm waiting.
Take a break, man.
No, I'm going to wait to see what happens with this. Oh, I did go and get more needles into my spine to see if that would help. This did not help. So.
And this is all just as you're waiting for that epic appointment where they're just going to take a hammer and a chisel to your spine and hope for the best.
That's not even the next one. My next one is just a phone appointment to schedule the second of the 3. Except that while we're waiting for that, they're trying to manage the pain with all these. They're trying to manage pain by sticking needles deep into my spine. So, yeah, they tried 4 more on Tuesday. Didn't work. So, yeah, the week was fine. Just it's work. Good stuff. Work.
Family's good.
Yeah, family's all good. Everybody's
Your
good.
Everybody's better
healthy
after family weekend, not worse after family weekend.
No, they're all good. We went out. It was fun hanging out on family day. I went out and we actually did stuff. Bing bong. So you won't hear it in the episode, but you'll see it.
Are you sure? Because I'm not trying to be a jerk about it.
I think you do it on purpose.
I'm pretty sure I don't, but I don't. I thought I already turned it off. So this is me listening intently to my friend.
The family's all good. We had a good time hanging out. We went and played outside for a while, and then, and you didn't like the light, eh?
I don't know. I'm washed out no matter what.
Just get really close to that window. Let the light just shine in. Sounds like a church song. There you go. Look, you're just beard.
It does, doesn't
your glasses and beard. So yeah, it was the week was good. We didn't watch much. We're just watching through Goldberg's every now and then with Logan. We watched a little bit of Olympics through work, like just not. So I'm driving yesterday and I'm talking to one of our staff in one of our other offices, and all of a sudden she goes, "Oh no!" And I'm driving. I'm like, What happened? Like, is everything fine? What's going on? She's like, "Oh, I don't want to tell you in case you're going to watch." I'm like, "I'm not watching the damn hockey game. What the hell just happened?" She's like, "Oh," she was watching the women's hockey game, and the Americans had just tied it up at that point. Spoiler, they win.
But awesome game. Really
was it
good
an awesome game?
Yeah, it was. It was. I mean, the Americans spanked us the first time. The American women.
We're going to have to take a break. I'm sorry. Be back.
Pause. Accounts payable Nina speaking. Just a moment. Would you like me to read you a book? I don't think I'm allowed to read you a book. I think there's like copyright stuff with that, isn't there, if this goes on YouTube? There's some pretty gross parts in the Bible I could read you. I'm allowed to read you the Bible. I'd read you the Gruffalo, because that's one of my favorite rhyming books ever. And the Gruffalo's Child, but don't want to get in trouble for that. I could read you the part where in the book of Judges, one of the kings gets their head driven, a spike gets driven through their head into the ground. That's a good one. Somebody gets stabbed in the belly with a long dagger to the point where the hilt
Did you keep
just
going?
Gets completely covered. Well, hey, Just, how's it going? We're just having some bloody Sunday school.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll leave it running and I'll just put a be right back on my video. I don't know what's in the background.
No.
Don't want to show a mess. Can't have that.
No, goodness me. You really got to fix those laces then, man. Do the laces on every one of your shoes.
Drives Logan's nuts. So a lot of them
hang?
Yeah, he doesn't like them hanging. So he'll tuck them. Because he wears them. He asks if he can borrow them for work. So
your shoes?
Yeah, because
you say yes.
As long as he washes his feet, changes his socks, and sprays them when he's done.
But you're not worried about them getting wrecked?
No, it's just to work. And where he works, he can't wreck them. And where he works, wearing them makes him look cool. So he loves it because I don't think he's yet worn the same pair of shoes to a shift. So he likes the attention. So I don't mind. But he'll tuck them back in. And
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of them are even facing opposite directions. Anyway, it was, I don't remember where we left off.
Man.
Sorry. I had to take that phone call, but
we're talking about massive muscles.
You get a text message.
Lineups of ladies.
I missed a phone call from my wife. And so I messaged her.
Now?
I was like, no, yeah, before. And I was like,
all right.
I texted her. I'm like, is this an emergency, or like, do you need me to answer this right now? She knows I'm
because it's Friday morning.
Then she sends a text back just saying help. So I'm like, oh, that's when I was like, I need to take this. Well, FYI, nobody was dying. She just needed help at work. I'm like, lady, you've heard the boy cry wolf.
Yeah, no, we know. Help.
Come on.
No.
Help means someone's dying.
Yes.
Or better be.
Or already dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, week was good. Life was good. Everything's fine. Can't complain. Just work. Work.
Blessings on us all. Hey,
Work,
God
work, work.
bless us, everyone.
I'm having trouble sleeping, and it's bugging me. In the last little bit, I've been falling asleep really well, but the last like 2 or 3 days, I can't fall asleep, and it's really irritating me.
You haven't switched. Like, are you still off of? Remember, you were trying to get off of a whole bunch of stuff. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, I'm off of a lot of my stuff, and it's just my head starts racing. I have a really hard time disconnecting from work. I've just never been very good at it, and so if something's going on, everybody's like, "Well, just turn your phone off." Okay, well, I turn my phone off and stress about when I turn it back on because it's going to explode. Do you know? I've never seen this before. So much so that I took a picture of it. My phone popped up. Notification cooldown is now on. Your device volume and alerts are reduced automatically for the next 2 minutes because you've received too many notifications at once. This was my life 2 days ago. My phone would not shut up, and I didn't even know it could do that. The phone itself was like, whoa, chill out.
Watch, that's not a feature. That's just some sort of miracle happening to calm you down. Yeah. Have you heard of the term hire someone?
I have heard that term before, yeah.
Just asking. Just asking if it's come up. All good.
It has come up. Anyway.
Okay. Good. Well, good luck with that.
Blondes are coming back.
They are. Man, so remember how last year I was all pissy because the person that I finally paid someone to kill the weeds in the lawn, and they did such a crappy, apathetic job.
Yep.
And so I got them.
Didn't get my guy.
I'm like, when it's good to come back, come back. Well, they just came back whenever, and that's what killed the lawn. I swear. Well, no, they did, but I'm like, I don't know the ins and outs of whatever they're using.
When to spray, yeah.
But then exactly where they went over their second coat, I guess you could say, a few months later, that's where all the lawn died in the front.
They're like, this guy wants to bitch about weeds.
Aaron and I reseeded. Yeah, that's right. Now you get no lawn. And so the whole lawn actually died. I think you remember me saying that last year. And now, so Aaron and I reseeded and weren't sure how it was going. It's still pretty, like, it's not thick, right? But that lawn seed that we used, that stuff's no joke. It's like a foot long right now. And all the other lawn that we had from previous years, it's still itty bitty. But it's not crabgrass. It's not crabgrass. I mean, there's some spots of crabgrass, but it's hilarious how much, I don't know what it is, but it's hilarious. You can totally tell two totally different types of seeds on the lawn. And it's exactly from, of course, where it died. But been wanting to cut it, but it's still too cold at night. Don't want to damage it. So it's pretty funny. But they're growing. We're going to be cutting our lawns soon. It'll be February and we're going to be cutting our lawns, man.
It's nice and green. Although you never know here because in a week we could all of a sudden have snow.
I think it's done. I think it's done.
So?
Looking ahead.
It's been a very tame winter.
It has been, but also coming up this week, like it's 10 degrees again during the day. It's barely touching freezing when we get at night now. So I think it's done. I think we just had our little of cold air and that was it.
Sweet. I'll take it.
Yeah, man.
PoE.
Pretty, not busy, but busy.
Is it? I haven't
not
read
busy
any
in terms
of the
of
stuff.
the number of posts. We'll start at the top.
I'm looking at the. I just want to see who's the winners of the thing. Oh, Last of the Druids. Oh, can't knock that. It's a song. That's cool drawing.
Okay, remember, you can't take out silences now, can you?
Well, I will take the silences will be taken out for the normal podcast, but if you're watching this on YouTube, suck it up. You're going to listen to all the silences. Okay.
All good things.
Are you in the talent competition winners?
Yeah.
Go to that one and go to place number 3. I think it's third, maybe third. It's the Last of the Druids, it's called.
Yeah.
That would be the coolest. Remember placemats? Did you ever have placemats as a kid? Like
that'd be awesome. We still use them. My wife is
we have them, but
stickler for our table. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
That would be a cool one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it would. Right. Or you go back down to It That Was Tall and use that for your Magic the Gathering. But we have a Magic the Gathering physical game, but then like D&D stuff.
Yeah, see, that's cool because you can tell someone, well, when there's a physical thing, then it's easier to tell somebody actually made it versus
even 3D printing. Like I don't know much about 3D printing, so does it take a lot to do that? I don't know, but like I just hope that all these people did
a lot. And if that's 3D printed, Jesus, the amount of supports that would have had to go into that are nuts. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway,
and
good
then
job,
there's some
everybody.
boobs. Queen at Ziri, 4 boobs
Obviously.
there.
Wait, what?
Recall.
Which one is that one?
Oh, there's a lot
That
of it
was
series.
Ash. Oh, that's a cool one.
Gotta love a nice pair
Keeper
of
of the
boobs.
Flame, Queen at Ziri.
Wow, look at these. Why'd you get me to click on this? These are
I
great.
just wanted to show you the one.
Wasn't that funny? I didn't mean to say, wow, look at these. And I'm like past
You did.
the breasts now, but I guess that would be just as funny. It's like,
I thought you were still on boobs.
look at the fun bags on that hose hound. Where's that from? That dumber. Ooh, nice eye crochet. It's almost like COVID. Looks like one of the COVID models.
And the Vaal orb for your escape
Mhm.
key. I like it. Very, very well done.
All good things. All good things.
Man, I can't imagine judging these things.
Nope. I don't judge them.
No, except you're
They
like,
all
wow, look
suck
at these.
equally. Yeah, wow. Yep.
Mhm. Oh,
Anyway,
man, there's a whole runners up. Okay, I'm not going to look through all those, but congrats,
They're all
everybody.
great.
What will happen when the Keepers League? Oh, I didn't read this. Old school breaches are replaced by. Oh, really? Huh. So they're keeping. Yeesh. Dang.
So I need your brain to work quickly here because this
Okay.
is, of course, new information for you. But I also don't play Path of Exile 1 enough to even remember the impact of what the League had.
Okay, well, think of all those things you hated running through. Those walls. They're keeping that mechanic. That.
Wait,
So-
what? The walls are staying?
Yeah, so the old school breaches are going to be replaced by the versions that were in the Keepers League with both unstable and hive breach encounters.
So that's one of those is the walls.
Well, the hive breach is the thing. All of them are. There's 3 versions of a breach in the current version. There is one is you run into a normal breach, old school, hit the breach, it
Yeah.
opens up. The second one is that you run into where Aelith or whatever, you click
Yeah.
the button and then mobs will start coming.
And then it's
the
blight.
final one is this hive something. I can't remember what it's called, fortress or something. So it might be the fortress isn't staying, but that wall one is staying, which is interesting.
Interesting. Well, I hope you're not right because that means
Definitely
like
right.
even though I am moving to Path of Exile 2, that like I
They're
couldn't
keeping
play
the
our
Genesis
private
tree?
league because of that.
Oh, it was
now,
it was rough.
now it's
It won't
in the
be
game
every
a lot
zone,
more,
though.
right?
Yeah.
It's the league now, so now it's everywhere. But still, like it's going to be there until I go on the Atlas passive tree and say like no more. Okay, my face. You can't even see my nose anymore. Just hang
I'm like,
on.
are you going to stand up? We get it. I'm not
Well,
taking
do
this
I-
out.
yeah, you get my
Whatever
belly.
you
Do I-
give them, they're getting.
Do I want light or do I not want light? That's better.
I feel like I wish that
So as
they
good
were
as it's
just
gonna get.
replacing the old breaches with the new breach version, but still keep it just the flame that's coming out and you run over it just like it always was. I don't like the running through the walls. I don't like it takes forever. Like you got to click the thing and then you're waiting for them all to come to you. Like that just takes so much longer than running through a breach, continuing to kill mobs.
Well, at least they can change that though. Like they could change the
Sure.
speed with which you get attacked and all that kind of stuff.
They need to
it
make
fun for
those
leveling
walls
and then
not flash and have no collision at all. Like you need to run straight through them if they're going to keep them. I just don't like
Well,
them. Genesis tree is staying.
yeah. So that is what I actually wanted to
have to
ask
change
you
that.
about because that seems just as I don't know, like
But no
so
graphs.
you have what's that place called that I hate with the ships?
King's March,
Right. Yeah, King's March. Like that's
greatest ever.
That's sure, but to me that's weird in an RPG. Like it's a loot based game, and then that's how you're getting it. And I get like we've had these conversations in the past about the disconnect. Well, it's like yeah, I earn the loot through the kills, through these things I'm interacting with in the map, and then I earn it later. But the excitement for me comes from the drops on the ground while I'm in the moment, while I'm doing this. I killed the boss. That's my reward. You know what I mean? And so to have that disconnect, sure, technically that's the reward from way back, but it's still a completely separate mechanic that I have to go and interact with new menus, new anything, as opposed to just kill, drop, there it is. And now there's something else like that. Are they putting the tree on the ship? Or like are all these menus going to be close together? Like it's just, it's so much extra that again is taking away from the drop experience. That's how I get it, but I also don't remember, and I know that some of the tree is staying and some of the tree is going. So can you help me?
What did they say specifically? What was so they said that grafts aren't going to stay though, but grafts is what held your blood in order to do the tree. So they must be changing something with regards to that. The tree itself, I would hope they're doing something to change it, because that's where you get all your drops. They are so much better out of that. Maybe not all your stuff, but you could literally pick how you wanted to craft the next item and then drop a bunch, and you were very likely to have something that would replace your current gear.
Wow, look at my face.
If they do it correctly though, if you don't have a breach every single zone, like that makes a big difference, because a breach every single zone meant blood every single zone, which meant you had a lot of blood for crafting on the tree. So if which is similar to what they do with King's March, where I have to find the ores in the areas to then ship those out for my loot. So, and it's not in every zone, and you could spec into it in the tree. So that sun is just, you're slowly disappearing. It's amazing.
Look at this.
What is that? Oh, it's beautiful pillow. Okay, what are we doing with the pillow? He's using it to like block the sun. Beautiful.
Better?
Oh yeah, way better.
So my wife does this for broadcasting too. She actually has a pillow just leaning, like that massive pillow.
Didn't you want to put covers over it, but she didn't want covers over it? So she'd rather throw a pillow.
But she's also stupid, so
awesome.
Whatever. No, we're getting curtains. I'm getting blackout curtains for every room. And if she still wants ugly, how does somebody not think curtains are ugly, but Venetian blinds look good? Venetian blinds are just, they're plastic slabs.
All right.
Well, they're obviously not. You couldn't even see me.
Yeah, you disappeared. And it was slowly like an explosion happening inside of your face.
These white faux wood, 1.5 inch, pretty thick Venetian blinds.
Oh, they don't do anything for stopping light.
Are la trash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the tree.
If it's not in every zone, it's maybe not as bad.
It just seems like you to ignore King's March is a problem. Like you feel obligated to do King's March, right? You are missing out on a lot if you don't do it.
But yes.
But the reward is still, it feels, from what I've gathered, because of course I don't play it much anymore, but I feel like people feel like they have to do King's March. And that sucks. Like, remember when Harvest, how long it took for Harvest for people to not feel like you had to do Harvest to get the gear? You know what I mean? Because it was just so
We sucked at Harvest. I sucked at Harvest. Did you use it much?
But still, it was where it was almost mandatory for a long time, right? So just hopefully, however it is that they add this, I'm not a fan of, I have like 8 different places to check on now and things to figure out. But like that's one thing that I really like about the Atlas passive tree versus the Atlas itself. It's like a one-stop shop. You see it, it's there. You switch, interchange between menus. It's nice. There's no scrolling. It's just boom, boom, both right there. But then all these other mechanics kind of go away from that. Like, oh, go over here, go over here, go over here. So just as long as this doesn't feel like the rewards aren't obligatory, I guess you could say. Participation isn't obligatory.
The thing is, even King's March
and that's a wait and see thing, right? It's a wait and see thing.
King's March in the way that it is right now in PoE 1 doesn't feel quite as forced as, because you still have to, like, in order to get the ores, you really need to spec into it on the Atlas passive tree. So just do this, Ty. Come on. Throw that up. As long as there's a glare. I just don't want to be sharing stuff you don't want to share. But with the breach, I would assume you'd have to spec into it as well. Like, it's going to be weird because it was in every zone previously, which meant you got plenty of the gifts that you need to grow them, the womb things. You got plenty of blood, so you could actually use it. If it's not part of the core experience every zone, you're going to see that a lot less. So Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd change to me. I really do. I'm not a big fan. Like, I like Breach. I like the Genesis tree. I like what they did with the new one. I don't want to run through walls, click on a thing, wait for mobs to come to me like that. I'll just do Blight. I'd rather just do Blight and build towers while I'm doing it versus trying to find these different buttons to press that will, I don't know. It's not a bad thing. It's just, yeah,
have to
whatever.
see how they do
you
it.
can spec into it, and then if you don't want to do it, you just don't do it.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, good
I'm
luck to them
surprised they
because
went core
yeah, me too.
with the tree specifically.
I mean, who knows where the direction of the game is going? It's again, along with a joke of them not being able to let go, right, of the effort and everything that they've done. But hopefully, it's added in a nice way. Got to wait and see how they add it, and I'm sure it'll come with its imbalance that needs to be balanced a bit more. So be patient with that when it comes out. But yeah, I was surprised with that for sure because the game already seems like it's busy enough with the location hopping.
Yeah. Did you watch this teaser? I didn't know there was a teaser.
Yeah, I did.
Choose your wish. Is it short?
Yeah.
Okay. My one wish is I'm going to wish for more wishes.
X-nay on the wishing for more wishes.
Cool. Mirage.
1, 2, 3.
This
That's
is PoE 1. This is a PoE 1 league.
So I actually noticed that right away. Not in their announcement. It doesn't say.
Wait, what? Really? No, it says our next 328 expansion for Path of Exile 1.
But you need to know what that means.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, we know what that means.
What, our next
But
328
there's
expansion for
masses
Path of
out
Exile
there.
1? But it
Okay,
says,
good. But the teaser, though, does the teaser say Path of Exile 1?
Mirage. It just doesn't have the Path of Exile 2 logo. So, I mean, listen, you got to know your game. If you're playing Path of Exile 2. Okay, cool. So there's PoE 1 coming out on February 26th. Oh, that's the when they do this live stream. Okay, cool. So we'll find out this week, coming up.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that's right. It does have the Path of Exile 1 logo, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's very
sense.
PoE 2-ish, though, with the Act 2, like, Faradin sort of look to it. Cool.
That does. I actually, funny enough, for some reason, I do need to stare at the logo for a bit, and then I remember, oh, right, the difference is the 2 spikes in the back.
Yeah.
And I got to stare at it for a little bit to see if it's there or not.
Mm.
But either way, yeah.
Cool.
So that's what it is. Time stuff.
Sweet.
Sands of
They're
time.
doing their drops again. That's cool.
Djinns. They just added, I wonder if this is going to have anything to do with the new ascendancy that they added in Path of Exile 2, right? The Deshra or whatever. No, whatever. I don't know. The one that has all the Djinn minions and companions.
The new one? Vashtar or Vash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to have something to do with that because Djinns are a big part of that one. That's what they're called, right?
Oh, yeah, because
so,
it is the genie sort of thing there.
Yeah,
That's
so maybe
right.
there's a connection there with all that. Bit of a backstory for another character.
We'll definitely know. Cool. So that's next week?
Yeah. Yep. All good things. 2 hot fixes in Path 2.
So bug work.
Each for one individual thing. That must have been a big deal.
Temple medallions in PoE 2. Wait, was PoE 2 the one with the temple that we're building?
Probably.
Man, I'm now confused.
Yeah, I think so because we were just talking about trees. So, yep.
Is that the one? Is that what? Yeah, okay, that was PoE 2. Good Lord, I'm actually getting the 2 mixed up. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I'll continue to do so because they came out with the 328 update. And then 2 seconds later, they came out with, like, they're saying, hey, 328's coming out soon. And then, like, 2 seconds later, they come out with, hey, soon it's going to be time to talk about the next big update for Path of Exile 2.
Oh, I see that. The
and
0.5.
So, and all great. It's just, I got it mixed up in my head. So I'm like, wait, what's going on? And so I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm not alone. Maybe I am alone. But when it comes to these updates, I need, like, Path of Exile 1, like, Don't just say Path of Exile. Call it Path of Exile 1, Path of Exile 2, because I am getting them mixed up.
It seems
trying not to,
unnecessarily early to be telling us about the 0.5 timeline.
Maybe
towards
they
the
just
end
have
of
two
April, we'll be
separate.
announcing our full plans. So like we're not even in March, guys. So towards the end of April, they'll announce their full plans for 0.5. So we won't even know until the end of April. This just seems very early. We're at the end of February. It's 2 months ahead. I mean, I don't mind, whatever. It's just, this is a weird, maybe they do it because they just announced the new patch coming for PoE 1.
I don't know. They've emphasized quite a lot. They're on a 4-month rotation for each,
Right.
with 2-month segments. So I don't know. Maybe it's two separate teams that aren't communicating, and it's like, okay, yeah, we know what we're working on. We're excited. Now we have our timeline, so let's announce it.
When
I don't know.
This one comes out in like the PoE 1 comes out basically the first week of March. So isn't end of April when the next one should come out then? When did we start playing this last one? Well, it's 4 months.
I don't know. I always got to look it up.
Well,
what do you want? Path 1
I'm
or
just
Path
saying
2?
if it comes out, if PoE 1 is coming out March 6th in 2 weeks from now, right? Then it's supposed to be roughly 2 months forward. Yeah. March, April. So that's May 6th.
Oh, can't load the wiki.
So that's May 6th that it's expected. Okay. Okay. I mean, that does line up for when it's just weird. We're announcing our full plans at the end of April. Cool. I mean, that's, yeah, whatever. It's more stuff. More
announcement of the announcement.
Mm-hmm. Did you play?
Good. Excited about it. No, I didn't touch the game this week.
No,
this week I played mostly. Well, I don't know. I thought about it.
Why bother if you don't want to play it? What'd you play?
Mostly Madden. Madden 26 came out on EA Play. The week of the Super Bowl, and so yeah, that would have been about 2 weeks ago now. So I've been figuring it out, learning, figuring out the math behind the scenes about weight and box penalties, stuff like that, and we're doing custom playbooks, figuring it out. So been doing a bit of that, and I'm trying to come up with a playbook that's fun but doesn't run up the score or abuse the fact that I'm playing against an AI that's pretty systematic. So trying to keep the scores down, but also have fun at the same time. So I'm trying to figure that out. But
is anybody else playing with you?
Yeah, Ryan and Ian, we're in the same franchise together. I did do a tiny bit of like looking around, and I'm always like clicking on POB every now and then and bringing something up, answering myself a question. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm playing through with my like slow-mo character right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just find the skills boring. Like, I'm really finding ED Contagion just boring. But I'm also finding that adding that third button of, what's the totem called?
Dark Effigy.
Yeah. I'm also finding that having Dark Effigy is killing me. I know all it is a third button. Like, I hold down right trigger for Essence Drain, and then every now and then I hit X for Contagion, right? But that requires focus. Is it clearing? Is it not? Is the dot on the boss or is it not? And all that kind of stuff. And then just adding that third button is distracting me enough. It's just like, is it on? Is it firing? And then because of how Dark Effigy works, I'm like, okay, is Contagion on, right? Or did it expire yet?
Mm-hmm.
And just that extra bit of detail that I need to pay attention to is enough to get me killed more than it's not. And
just because the damage is not out there, or what?
It's a third button. It's just because that third button of Dark Effigy requires a lot of double checking. You know what I mean? I don't have the mana regen right now to just hit Contagion and Dark Effigy every 4 seconds. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So maybe it's just a mana regen thing that I can fix. I'm loving the slow-mo bit, but I'm finding the gameplay, but then at the end of the day, like, I'm not excited to play ED Contagion. Like, it's not a fun. I don't know. Like, I like dots. Mm-hmm. I like decent clear. It has good single target.
You're a little loose there, bud.
I don't know. I'm gonna blame it on my wife anyway.
It's always moving the stupid nut the opposite direction that makes sense.
Yeah. To tighten. Anyway. So so like, I don't know. There's something about it. Like, it gets the dot that I like. I love a dot. It gets the single target. It gets clear. I can do it with 2 buttons, but for some reason, it doesn't interest me. For some reason, it's not fun. I don't know what it is. It even allows me to do the whole thing where I just want to walk around with right trigger and then hit X every now and then. Like, I don't know what it is. So maybe it's because it's target specific. Maybe it's because I need to pay attention to durations. I don't know what it is. Maybe all I need to do is change my mindset, but I still, at the same time, it suits me, but for some reason it doesn't excite me. I don't have a reason for it. It's not a criticism. It's just, I don't know what it is, but when it's like, yeah, I'm going to sit down and play, I'm like, oh, right. No, I'd rather load my minion instability character. And then I keep going back to the Lich and curse efficiency and that kind of thing. And then I'm like, So it's, I don't know. I don't have a reason for it. These aren't complaints. It's just how my brain is working at the time. So, yeah, that's it.
I saw a comment on one of our episodes. Let's see if I can find it, because I was going to ask you what your thoughts were, because I'm guessing you probably wouldn't have read it because it's on Spotify. Something to keep in mind about PoE2 Endgame, it was put in place as a placeholder and is not going to be the permanent endgame. I don't know that that's true. I don't know that the version of Endgame that they currently have in PoE2 is a placeholder. I think maybe there are some things that are, but I don't think PoE2's Endgame was put in place as a placeholder. I think PoE2's Endgame was put in place in a rush, and they've even said that. Like, they created the Endgame when they anticipated that they needed to, which was very close to the release of beta. So yeah. I don't remember them ever saying that, hey, this is just a placeholder version of Endgame.
Yeah, I don't know. I've definitely, in the past, I have a history of thinking they said one thing when they actually said something different. And I just right away jumped, to a conclusion or an assumption right away. Good point by whoever it is that said that on Spotify, though, because...
Oh, yeah, you like names.
Well,
go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. It's just in Path of Exile 1, we joke that GGG has a hard time letting go of the effort they've put into something and try and keep it in the game. Thank you, Demonite. But that's just a joke. I don't know if they're actually like, yeah, we can't wait to get rid of stuff, but these things just suit the game so perfectly. Who knows what the mentality is in the background? I like to joke that they can't let go of anything. If that is the case, they're not going to let go of all the effort they put into this endgame. But at the same time...
And they're updating it.
They are. But they did rush endgame. There was a quote by Jonathan Way back at the beginning where they kind of completely changed focus, and it was part of the problem with Path of Exile 1 not being released was how much they had to pull to get the endgame working, along with other things for Path 2 right at the beginning, and they desperately rushed it. Now, so... did they already have an idea of what they wanted Endgame to be like? And then they just rushed that already existing idea of what they wanted Endgame to be? Or did they come up with that out of nowhere? Right? I mean, they've already changed.
The Atlas was out of nowhere, though.
Maybe. No, I mean, look at that and how it scrolls
somewhere.
And how it looks. But at the end of the day, they've also been willing to change a substantial amount of why that was a 3D Atlas to begin with. There's almost no reason to have it 3D anymore because of the things that they changed. Remember, it was all about radius before, right? And that doesn't exist anymore. It does? I don't think it does. Now you put in your waystones and it's like now basically those towers are just revealing fog of war.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's about radius and overlapping anymore. I think that's what they got rid of.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I mean, originally, remember, everything was hardcore, right? There was no multiple attempts. There was a whole bunch of other stuff that was, oh, right. And then even originally, like you would have to find a different path. If you failed that map, and you'd have to find a different path going around. Awesome for them for changing whatever it is that they think they need to change. Hopefully they're making these changes for them, not for us, because like we've said many billion times, how do you tell the difference between legit complaints and whiny baby complaints? Oh, I failed once. I don't like this. You know what I mean? How do you know that when it's a post that doesn't say? So I'm just, I mean, they've already changed so much, but now what's the point of having a 3D atlas? I'm not saying they should or shouldn't keep it, but what's currently in existence with the Endgame that makes the 3D atlas experience required?
I feel like their change to tablets was actually a response to them not having an answer yet for why they have the 3D, the version of the atlas that they have. I think by making the tablets work the way they work now and not having the area that's affecting the stuff, I think it gives them time. Or I mean, maybe moving away from that 3D atlas now would be crazy because it's a lot of work that's gone into it. And it also, you actually have to replace a lot, because you know how you talk about, it's weird, it doesn't really make sense. Like it's the same idea, but right now in PoE 1, when you're going to King's March and all these places, you go to the waypoint and you click on those different areas. They have sort of introduced that into the 3D atlas, where like when I want to go to the realm gate, I click on the realm gate to put, I don't even know what I'm putting in there. Same with when you're doing the burning legion place to put in the things. So like you're using that 3D map to get around to things you need to do anyway. But I mean, my biggest problem with it isn't even so much a 3D map, it's the 3D atlas, it's the limiting me to the layouts that are terrible. And then I'm stuck in an area, and that sucks.
It does. That is one of the big consequences to this 3D layout, is they choose the layout for you. At the end of the day, not bad, but that means you have to put a lot of effort in to make sure that it's simply a preference thing, that there's not like a global reason to hate a certain map layout. You know what I mean? And that's something they can change tons. Like, look at how much they changed. Strand would be a great one for Path of Exile 1 over the years. How many times they've changed Strand in terms of like matching monster density and not, and even like how just some maps work. They've reduced sizes of locations. They've changed their checkpoint system a lot in Path 2. So there's stuff that they can do, but to me right now, my personal preference is there's a lot of reasons that, like, there's reasons why I don't like the map, but it's not necessarily the map layout. It's how, like, the generic, like, knockables and things that are in the way, and it's still very much a mini-map experience, not an inclusive, immersive experience, because of how much I can't see that's impacting my gameplay. You know what I mean? Stuff that's in the way. But one thing for me, and I don't know if GGG has the same opinion on this or not, but I hate screen hopping. Sometimes I get you have to. Like, there's just some ideas that need a different screen. I get that. So you load up Path of Exile 1 and you have different screens, but they're all within one screen, right?
What do you mean when you say screens? What do you mean?
So let's say, for example, you have your passive screen, you have your skill screen, you have your character screen, you have your item screen, you have your world screen, you have your cosmetic screen. Those all require different screens, but they found a way to make it so that you're not really screen hopping. I mean, you are, but it's all available to you immediately, right? You go to Path of Exile 1 and you have the Atlas passive and the Atlas tree. Yes, you have to screen hop, like you have to hit a button to switch screens, but you can swap back and forth seamlessly between them. It's not a big deal to swap back and forth between them. I was just bringing up Madden, so let me quickly use Madden as an example for the 3 people that are listening that also like football. I want to check out my rosters, which gives me accurate attributes and ages and information that the depth chart doesn't have, but the depth chart's the screen that determines who's starting and who's backup. But then I also want to see, oh, well, this person's salary is this, and oh, I want to trade this person, and oh, how long is this person's contract for? And there's decisions that I have to make all the time, and the amount of screen hopping in Madden, I can't just go from one screen to the next and then back out and go back to the screen that I was at. So many of these screens, I have to go to the main menu and then click on 3 screens and go there. It's like, okay, now I have that information. Now I back out. Oh, it takes me all the way back here. And then I got to go through and go through. Considering how many different locations and things there are to upkeep in Path 1, I don't know if GGG shares the same disdain for backing out all the way and then needing to go back somewhere. But to me, that's what the current Atlas tree is. There's not a lot of intuitive screen hopping right now that allows me to go and get my stash. Oh shoot, I forgot my way. Oh, I didn't realize my waystones or whatever those relics are. What are the things you put in that have the counters? Tablets. I didn't realize I was out on this tablet. Oh shoot, now I got to go back and go to get this. And to go back and forth, it's still not intuitive, but then also just the generic prospect of scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, right? Knowing where you are within each bookmark kind of thing. Like it's just a blatant bookmark. It's not this overseeing thing where it's easy to know where you are kind of thing. It just seems, I'm thinking from a standard player's perspective. That Atlas passive tree as a standard player is going to require a lot of intuitiveness to be a smooth experience on a regular basis. So I wish them the best because it seems like a tall task.
Yeah.
But hopefully, like, all I care about is a smooth experience. If I can get in, get out, make my changes or choices quickly, and it all makes sense, it puts me back to the same spot. It's easy to see where I've been, where I'm not, where I'm going. If it doesn't require a lot of scrolling or upkeep, then it's an awesome design to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I actually want to do that requires menus in the game is related to my character. I'm happy to spend an hour in the passive tree trying to make a choice. I don't need to now because of respec and how gold works, but I'm fine being in that screen for an hour. I'm fine comparing items for an hour, right? But those are for my character. I don't want to spend a lot of time in menus for any other reason.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kill. I want my items. And what's the best thing I can do for my character? Okay, sweet. Let's kill and move on. Or move on and kill, right?
Yep. For me,
that's where menus matter to me.
Its biggest current miss on the endgame for me is just how fast you can get into maps. You can just do it so much faster in PoE 1. You can't in PoE 2. Takes too many extra clicks.
One thing for you, one difference for you in terms of the comparison for you is you're not used to interacting with the Path of Exile 1 map with a controller. You're used to be able to using the mouse and go click, click, click. And that works. And I don't know what that's like in Path 2.
So I would think it's still the same amount of clicks, though, because it's map device, section you're going into, add map. So it's an extra one. I'm not saying it's a ton. It's just more. But I will say the one downside to their little 3D map is I wonder what the Atlas is like, especially as you're progressing further through it, when you have an older computer. Because that could be even longer to then load up a new map because you're now waiting for this thing to load before you can do it. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, okay, so think of this. Let's say it was a 2D map, but still required the same scrolling. So instead of it just having the 3D yard, it was 2D, but you still scrolled around, right? Because it kept expanding. Would that change anything for you?
Well, the amount of clicks is still the same.
It would be.
Right. It's not, I like the idea of the Atlas. Like, it was really cool the first time we opened it up, right? Like it was
pretty mind boggling. I remember how exciting it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We're so early into what their end game looks like, but it just takes longer to do maps right now, I find. I mean, the maps themselves are massively longer, but just if I want to turn on a couple maps and run a couple maps, the process to go, okay, right now I've got this one favorited. I'm working on, I want to do these 5 that I've rolled. They're ready to go. I don't really get to do that in PoE 2 because I'm dictated by the game as to which map layouts I'm going to get. And some of them are horrible. Some of them are just they're way too big. There's way too many doors. The layouts are just not very functional. You run into a boss. The worst for me is I want to kill a boss. If I come across a boss, I want to kill a boss. And I'm not playing hardcore because I'm not crazy. I suck at hardcore. I don't want to do hardcore. But if I go do the boss and I die to the boss while I maybe haven't fought that boss many times, my map is done. Like, that's it. The map is empty. I can kill the boss, but the map itself is got no mobs in it, no extra content, nothing. So, like, there's not as much excitement for me to go mapping an endgame in PoE 2 right now as PoE 1 has had so much more time to create itself and learn from it and adjust. So PoE 2 still has a lot to go, but my biggest problem is just it takes longer to get into them. It takes longer to do them. And I still feel like it's unnecessarily punishing when you try to do harder content. Like, it's not like I'm dying. I'm not dying until I'm doing like late red maps and I'm pushing them really hard, but then you have one portal maybe 3 portals if it's not quite 6 mods, but to lose all of your bonus content because you died once, I don't know. It's an easy, I'm not playing hardcore for a reason, so knock it off.
2 unrelated, but related to you, but unrelated to each other points. One, oh no, they're both gone now because I was trying to remember them both. I should have just tried to remember one. What were you talking about?
Endgame, creating maps, running maps. So I like.
I'm actually finding, because of how the portal system works, and this isn't, I don't know if it's a criticism or not, but I find that with my character that's not fully fleshed out yet, like all my characters in their 70s, right? So you're at that in-between hybrid stage where you're weak at something. You've either, okay, at this stage now I'm balanced, but now am I going for damage or now am I going for defense? And so then as you're rolling mods, you know, it can get scary, right? Especially when you don't know who's coming and all that kind of stuff. So I'm at that stage where there's still that session of vulnerability, right? So I'm happy to do the rare maps that only give you 1 or 2 portals. I'm happy to do the magic maps, but I'm finding that I'm not actually re-rolling any of my maps, because if I get, unless it comes, drops as normal, but if I get a magic map, I'm like, okay, that's a nice break. Let's just do this. You know what I mean? Like, let's do this willy-nilly, have a good time. And that's probably where I'm going to die all the time anyway. And then I'll do the rare map every now and then. I'm like, all right, now it's time to go. But I use the game's RNG system as the variety. I'm actually finding I'm interacting less with maps just because of the portal system.
But you're also then affecting your drops by doing that, which sucks.
Yeah. But I mean, I also want to enjoy it. I don't want to be on high alert the whole time. Like, because the game's about the progress. Like, I'm not criticizing the game, but I'm not level 90 doing these maps. I'm level 74. I'm not fully fleshed out. I'm still need stuff. I'm still vulnerable in areas. So I need to play the risk reward game based on progress. But you do need to consider how large the areas are, because okay, I survived this, like half the map so far with these crazy mods. Okay. But like I'm going to come across a lot of randomly rolled enemies, and all it takes is one crazy combo and I'm done. Right. And so the size of the area does actually impact my choice based on how many portals am I willing to risk or not. But that being said, like that's not a criticism. I'm just like, I've actually just found that I don't do the Alcan Go kind of thing like you would do in Path 1. In this one, it's just, okay, this is how it dropped. Let's go. Right. But I am finding, this is the other unrelated point, and I'm glad I remembered, is the size of the areas that you mentioned is actually impacting. I'm playing less because of how large the sizes are, because I love being able to, oh, sweet, I got half an hour. Let's do 2 maps. Okay, well, now it's like, okay, I have half an hour. I'm glad I can pause it, but I'm not going to be able to finish this map before I need to get back to making dinner, and I'm not going to keep it paused and keep my Xbox on while dinner's on. So I'm just not.
How long do you find maps take you in PoE 2?
That depends. Like, again, my character's not fully fleshed out, and I'm trying different things. I'm not using like the super duper meta, but I have the one thing, so that one portal, or no, the one map thing that I got. Remember when we discovered it could take up like my entire hideout or bigger?
Yes. Yeah.
I've been really enjoying that. But lately I've gone back to using the one that has the timer on it. I've gone back to that, and it's about 15 minutes.
Okay.
And that's not bad. But I am not doing full clears like I used to. I do the boss and the rares. That's all I care about. As I start investing into the other content, like I'm getting into strong boxes and stuff, so I'll make sure all the strong boxes are done. But if I'll pass, like, unless
sometimes it's on the other side of the map, though, and you're like, nope,
right?
Not doing that.
They do need. I think what they need is a checkpoint system that, like, I don't know if rares are allowed to wander the entire map, if that's how they can aggro, or if they have a radius with which they stick to. I don't know how their map design works.
Sure.
But I think they would need a checkpoint for these things, like a checkpoint close to where things actually spawn. You know what I mean? So that you can, oh, shoot, yeah, okay, this is over there. I don't have to run all the way across the map. I think that would be marvelous. Just an upgrade to their checkpoint system, I think would be a big help.
Checkpoint though in an area that you have not yet discovered?
Yeah, but there should be enough content within a map that's like, oh shoot, I missed that over there. There's a checkpoint close-ish because there was a strong box or a rare that I killed over there or something like that. You know what I mean?
They want to find a good balance without you just checkpoint hopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course. But at the same time, like, you know, when you finish all your, I don't know, what are they called? Missions within a map, those circles are checked off.
Mm-hmm.
This like orange pillar, this orange checkpoint thing drops right where you are.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know what the purpose of that is.
It was so that you could go to the boss. That orange one is
so that does it even if you haven't killed the boss?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So then I've just been, by coincidence, killing the boss all the time. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else would be cool? Wherever it is that you've been and you've dropped something like if you've killed a rare or whatever it is that's on the map, whenever you've completed it, a checkpoint drops there. Just like that.
That could be a lot if you're talking per rare, though. Per rare group.
Maybe, but I mean, or like that happens, but you can only have a checkpoint within a certain radius. So it's not so convoluted, but something like that so that, okay, shoot, I haven't gone there, but this was close enough. You know what I mean? And then you're not, I don't know. It's just ideas, just spitball and stuff. I think that would really save me time because right now I'll have 45 minutes and I'm like, maybe one map, maybe.
Me bitching about losing the map to the boss is something I could very easily not go through by just skipping the boss until I'd completed all the other content. For some reason that bothers me. Like if I'm hugging the right and I come across the boss arena, I want to fight the boss arena.
Yeah.
It's always confused me why. Yeah, I don't know. Why penalize people that are purposefully not playing? I'm playing softcore for a reason. I am softcore. Call it whatever you want, but I just want to play the game. And if I die, I die.
What was the reason? Like, I remember they've gone through the transition of you only get the one try. And then there was a few other things that they were trying as well. But now they're at this transition phase. Maybe this is the way it's going to stay. But what's the reason for removing the rest of the map if you fail at a boss? Can you remember? I don't remember what they said.
I don't know why either. The only thing I can think of is maybe because XP is removed so that you can try the boss again. I honestly, I'm not really sure. Like the whole, I don't know, because I could be wrong on the XP thing. The XP thing to me is great when I'm doing like the arbiter, or whatever the last boss is. When I get those three things, there's no mobs. I'm not getting XP from mobs. And the fact is one boss never gave me much XP anyway. So I don't mind the fact that I don't gain XP. I don't lose XP. But at least I can try it a few times to give it a shot. In a map, I have no idea. Like, take my XP. If I die to a boss in a map, take my XP. That's fine. But don't wipe out the map. If I still got 3 portals, that's a me problem. If I can keep running my body against this thing and I lose 30% XP, everybody who's played Path of Exile knows that that's part of life. And I should just not be that stupid. But how they're doing it now, I'm not really sure what problem they were trying to solve. I'm not really sure.
Something in my brain's telling me it had something to do with how people juice maps. And there was, I don't know if it was an abuse system, but there was something about.
It was supposed to be penalizing you that if you died, you would lose it. But I don't know why. Like if I have 3 portals, even if I have 6 portals, if I'm purposefully playing Expedition, why not let me play Expedition until I run out of portals? I really don't understand what the downside is. What is the reason that the map has to be cleared? And I don't know if it's only on doing a boss that it removes everything in the map. I imagine so. I don't actually know.
If you die while you're clearing, everything stays the same.
Yeah, so it's only once you enter the boss.
Right. Maybe it's just a change of mind frame. Maybe the design is like, hey, we want the boss to be the last most epic thing. And maybe I just need to shift my focus. I didn't actually know because I always kill the bosses. I get to it too. And I normally get to it long before the map's even partially done.
Yeah.
I never knew what that checkpoint. I guess that makes sense because it drops orange and orange is always bossy.
Yeah.
I would still love for their checkpoint system to have an activation radius that's twice as big.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes
you
I
gotta
feel
get
like
pretty close to it.
I think
Have you ever had
I'd
it in a
like
spot where you can't get to it? Like at the
no, but
beginning
there's
of a
been
map?
times where I've run past it and I'm like, how
Oh, you
did
didn't
that
get
not
it.
go
Yeah.
off? Like I'm actually going back. Like if it grazes my screen, turn it on. Like
There's
I
like
don't
an
even need to know
Oasis.
it's there. It's just there for
Oasis map?
convenience later. I don't need it now.
It will be up where you can't get to it. Like I've had it where it's in a spot
That's
where
funny.
I can't, because the range is quite close, you can't get your character close enough to touch it sometimes. So yeah.
So
whatever, we'll see.
Anyway, maybe I just need to change. I'll get into it. It's always funny how this works, right? Like I won't play, I won't get in the mood, and then I sit down with you and we're talking about our favorite game, and it's like, oh, now I want to play. And then After Darkers, and this isn't the thing for After Dark at all. It's just how life works. But then all of a sudden, After Darkers get all the real Path of Exile talk because we start our podcast being like, no, we haven't played it all. And then we start talking about it. And then after, it's like you and I will both have played in between now and After Dark. It's like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Oh, it's so
but
good.
it might not be.
Or
It might be you get F1 or you
sometimes
get.
we hope that GGG does not listen to After Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't expect them to because that's where it happens.
All right, let's wrap this up. We got Mirage
that's good.
coming next week. Announcement for it.
I'm looking forward to May, Justin. That's me.
Oh no, I'm
keep
looking
your
for. I'll be playing the Mirage.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how they make Breach a core.
I assume it's
Really
going to be a
interested to
big
see how it's
talking
gonna
point, except that hopefully they do that in the video because I won't watch the interview. It just takes up too much time. But cool that they do it. Still like it, but not going to watch it. Let's wrap this up then. In the bathtub, Forever Exiled, maybe in the bathtub.
Yeah, I forgot we had the bubble.
Forever Exiled 333. I'm just AK Tags.
And I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days.
Patrons will catch you in After Dark. Everybody else, we'll see you next week in 334 after the Mirage reveal. If you're looking for more information, we got a website, foreverexiled.com. We have a very fun Discord. Pop in there, say hello, and Patreon and other ways to support the podcast. You'll find them down below.
In the bubbles.
In the bubbles. Bye.
Love ya.